Hey everybody, welcome back. Another episode here for Banished Doubt. Another video. In this video, what I want to talk about is nothing that we do, ever, ever that we do, deviates from or happens just by itself. Everything that we do comes from the foundation, the basis of our self concept, what we believe ourselves or who we believe ourselves to be. That is the mechanism. That is the rudder, if you will. Think of yourself as a big ship, right? Not the engine, not the architecture, none of it. It is the rudder. It is the belief in ourself, in our thoughts, change, the direction of which way we go in life. Everything works off of that. Everybody you see outside of you is reflecting back to you this belief you have about yourself. So in every circumstance, by the way, first off, is neutral. It is our interpretation of the circumstance that then creates an additional or another circumstance. And that circumstance that's created is created off of the belief that we have about ourselves. So the belief I have about myself creates a thought. And this thought then creates a feeling. The chemicals in my body create this feeling. The brain creates a complementary cocktail of chemicals based off of this thought, based off of this belief I have of myself. And then from that, emotions are emitted, and they're emitted out. So other people that we see reflect back to us these thoughts that we have about ourselves, these beliefs we have about ourselves. So anytime we see anything that we perceive as happening external from us, a person acts in a certain way, walks a certain way towards us, acts a certain way towards us, and we don't like it, we don't prefer it, bring it back to, okay, what is it about myself that has me feeling this feeling, expressing these emotions that come from the feelings I have, that come from the thought that I have, that comes from the belief that I have of myself. This is the mechanism that influences everything in our life, from the amount of money we generate, to the relationship that we're in, to the type of business or job that we have, whether or not we get promoted in that job or the business expands or contracts. Everything works off of that. I then am reality. I then, and only myself, by myself, by these thoughts, by these beliefs that I have, I change or become more aware, and then the circumstances around me are adjusted based off of this. The people either disappear or show up in my life. Opportunities either present themselves or don't. Circumstances either continue or don't. It all works off of that. So whenever we perceive something outside of us as we do not like it, or we do, we like it. We like, oh, I like that circumstance. I like this outcome. Even then, okay, great. Let me find out what must I believe about myself that has this taken place? I'm going to continue that. It's reflecting back to me. Great. I'm going to stay on that course, right? The rudder. always go back and say, okay, I have to adjust the rudder. I have to adjust the way in which I am thinking, but I have to adjust how I perceive myself. What do I assume about myself? What must I believe about myself that has the circumstances presenting themselves to me? And then from that, I take it another step. Great. Every person I see, I interact with in my life is my teacher in that I learn something about myself through this interaction with that person. Have a great day.